you know what they say. Something's got to give. It's the coach, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see two teams, each riding a 3-game win streak, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. An early season tilt, and when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in Week 4. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. Orchestrating the offense will be their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native, Oregon Duck product. Of course, that's Marcus Mariota.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Mariota on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And a look now at the Cincinnati offense.
And we focus on maybe the ultimate home run hitter in the NFL today, and that's running back Saquon Barkley, because teams come into every game with the idea that they want to limit his production and especially his big play ability. But how many times did we watch him in his rookie year where he would be limited throughout the game, and then all of a sudden there he goes out the back door. 50, 60, 70 yards. He's a lot of fun to watch unless you're trying to defend him.
Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Big bet on the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's the 2nd year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Check 53, check 53.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Roethlisberger. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Here's Roethlisberger. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. Out of his end zone, Mariota. Out right here to Herndon. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. 3rd and short yardage, Mariota. And Robinson with a big catch. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, Mariota. He's got Herndon, his tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle. If they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. Mariota. He's going to get this to the rookie. That's Terry Godwin. 11 yards there, just like last play. Mariota now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now Mariota gets us out. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw Mariota. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Mariota. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity, and we finally have some action board.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football.
The previous play is under review.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And now it's blocked. The Steelers get it, but he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Daquan Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down again. William Golston providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Unable to corral him, he fights through. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Marcus Mariota getting ready to go again here on offense. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why, looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Off the play fake, Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Mariota to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick on Rossor. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Roethlisberger will throw. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Marcus Mariota and the offense heading back out for their next possession. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that will tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Mariota. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. 7 yards there and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Mariota again. Caught out left side by Robinson. 12 yards there and a first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll throw again. Mariota. And he fends him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Patrick Owasor. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Check three.
Throw left side complete. It's Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing is Mariota. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the die and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. On the quarterback, what can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. Now it's Roethlisberger. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Facing a last catch good for 8 yards. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have two inbounds in the NFL.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He's looking for Ridley again, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16.
Trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now Roethlisberger. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Ben to throw again. Zone, but it's Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so. That you have planned for the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called in. You're going to continue to because we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Out right here to Herndon. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw Mariota. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Metcalf once again the target, and it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage, 9 on 2nd and 10. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Final play of the half here, Mariota. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the Windy City of Chicago. And those two are tied up as they play the 2nd quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. In our game, it was Marcus Mariota with a strong first half. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this 2nd half. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no at all, tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You better be afraid of me. You better.
They run with Hines. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
230.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Bud Dupree able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
I don't think there could have been a better pocket for him to throw from, yet he never got rid of the football, and it goes down as a sack.
I mean, he had time to build a campfire back there. He still couldn't get rid of it.
I'll bring the s'mores next time.
Here's Riley Dixon now, standing just outside his own goal line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And all the way down the yard line. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley, 61 yards.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Mariota now. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Carlson is good, and the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side. I
would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how it turns out.
Yeah, starts for the opening 3rd quarter. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
This is the tight end, Njoku. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Face mask. Defense.
So they will accept the and move forward.
Automatic first down.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. Back to you.
On the counter, Lindsey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there. Another run by Lindsey. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too.
Defense.
And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. To give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Now Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. So they go play action, 3 tight ends out there in the heavy set.
Well, they showed everything that suggested running play. Just what you mentioned, 3 tight ends, heavy formation, able to go play action off of it, because if you're a defender, you're thinking it's a running play with that much beef on the field.
But they passed it, and they got 6 out of it. Zerline good with a PAT, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Working out of the gun, Mariota. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The loss of 2nd and 13. Mariota to throw it. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Again, it's Mariota. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They run it again with Chubb. And an alley to run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
53, Mike 53. Watch the run. We got this.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Good running from Barkley there on first down as he'll get forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Mariota. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Mariota. And that is incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Chubb on the counter. And he bulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Nick Chubb, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle, no running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
From the gun, Mariota. That's caught at the 3. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
And they'll let that play, the completed pass, stand as they decline the penalty.
So do you get the sense they like their defense?
Yeah, they wanted that next down to come up.
Yeah, they weren't worried about the yardage there at all. Just what you said. Let the downs trickle away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now Roethlisberger on first down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku.
You got it! You got it!
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Throwing is Mariota. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. On the draw, this is Barkley. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Mariota. They set up the screen to Chubb.
That's it, baby. We go.
Mariota on first down. He's got Herndon, his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing, Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Yeah, let's get set.
From the red zone now, Mariota. Open man left side, that's the tight end, Herndon. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Defense.
Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Able to get away. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Mariota. This will be caught at about the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Carlson on for the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
230.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And some momentum driving down the field. That'll set them back 1st and 15.
I mean, that type of play, when you've got to go in your direction, shoot, my man Old Mo is arching an eyebrow at him right now. You've got me going. Keep me going.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. On 2nd and 15 now. Roethlisberger, and it's 3rd and 5. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. He gets this to the former Aztec, KiFL Waring. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. This is Hines. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Like 20.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they do offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now Roethlisberger.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as brave.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. Able to push his way through.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now Bengals on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Again, it's Barkley. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Here's Jordan Berry now. He'll boot it away from about his 35.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
Position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So Big Ben and the Steelers down by 12. 50 seconds to go. Their perfect start to the season in serious peril as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So that, a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Fielded just inside the 20.
Let's go, let's go!
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Mike, number 53, Mike. Go, go, go.
Mariota with a knee to the ground, and that should be it. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells every dominance is right. The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Cincinnati, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.